Hello, Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. Let's dive straight into today's activity. We're going to look at using Explain Everything to develop some thinking routines and to, I guess, dig deeper into learning a little bit. And we're going to use some emojis today to start to explore the way characters are feeling and look at different perspectives and so forth. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just grab a template. And I'm just going to bring in, let's say that we're actually looking at a picture book today and we're looking at Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'll make that a little bit bigger. In Explain Everything, press Done. And I'll also press I and I'll just lock that as a background because I just want to set that as a background so it doesn't move. I'll just test that. That's really, really good. And so what we're actually doing here is after you've studied your text, it could be a historical piece of writing or stimulus, it could be a fiction or a non-fiction. We're going to start to use emojis to actually explain what each of the characters are thinking within it. So we're starting to look at the different perspectives. So if we look at Daddy Bear here, we might say that although he doesn't look that way in the picture, we'll put in some text here and we'll allow kids to start to think about the different feelings that he's actually going through. So he might actually be a little bit angry. And I'll just write the word why there to stimulate that question of what it's actually going to do. So I'll make that a little bit smaller, hit the ticky box. And so we've got that. We'll put that over there over Daddy Bear. And then we can start to look at some other feelings. So we can start to look, well, how might Mum be actually feeling in this kind of picture? And we start to look at some different perspectives. So I might go to my emojis here, look at Mum. Mum might be feeling, I guess, a little bit kind of undecided. And you can get your kids to actually start describing and justifying why they actually feel that way. I'll make that a little bit smaller, hit the ticky box and put that over next to Mum there. So we can actually start to use emojis as a bit of a stimulus to get kids thinking about what each of the characters are thinking, what they might be feeling, putting themselves in the position of the characters. And by doing this, they're actually digging a little bit deeper in learning. It's just a fantastic way of analysing texts, analysing scenes, analysing history, and getting kids to think beyond the superficial and getting them to justify. And I think emojis are a fantastic way, an authentic way of kids actually thinking about emotions because they actually come across them quite a lot. So I hope you found that interesting. That's a little way of using emojis and Explain Everything to dig a little bit deeper into the whole perspectives. Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly, signing off.